This is us test driving the Hakskeen Pan desert track. We're only in a Volkswagen Golf, but I'm going to be honest, it's still pretty scary. This is what it feels like to travel down the Hakskeen Pan desert track, where we will be attempting a land speed record in 2015 and 2016. You have absolutely no sense of how fast you're travelling.
So at the moment we're following the markers down the desert. They're on my left hand side. We're on the west side of the desert heading north. It's we're getting up to 120 kilometers per hour. We've got the strong headwind in front of us pushing us back, so I don't think we're going to get much faster than this. Can you hear the sort of bits of desert being chucked up underneath the car? I think at the moment we're probably looking at
so that noise you can hear are bits of desert being kicked up underneath the car. It sounds almost like heavy rain, but it's not. Trying to read the markers at the side of the track which tell us how far down it we are, but we're going too fast for me to read them. And I would guess we're a few kilometres down the track now. By this point, Andy, of course, on a 1,000 mile per hour run, will have been to 1,000 miles per hour and returned to 0, and we'll be at the end of the track having a cup of coffee. It really is just extraordinary. So we're probably, well, we're not even pushing 100 miles an hour, and it feels fast. Andy will experience this at 1,000 miles an hour. Just about make out at the side of the track the extent to which the Hakskeen Pan surface has been cleared. A really extraordinary effort by the local people here to clear this 10, how long is it, 12 miles?
12 miles.
12 miles of track. It's 12 miles long, about a mile or so wide, and completely cleared of stones. And there's a very clear edge where you can see the extent to which the track has been cleared.
By hand.
Completely by hand. So this is human beings walking along this track. It's taking us a good 10-15 minutes or so to drive up at full speed, by hand clearing stones, which is just a magnificent effort from the local people. I guess we're now over halfway, but there's still no real sense on the horizon that the end of the track is in sight. Travelling at nearly 100 miles an hour in a straight line for about 5 minutes now, and the view out the windscreen looks pretty much exactly the same as it did when we set off. Very easy to lose your bearings out here. actually going through a, it's like rain shower. There is a little bit of rain coming down. My driver Tony, keeping it nice and cool.
Keeping it real.
Not stressing. Keeping it real. And I've got Father Aloysius in the back, who's been our guide on this bit of our trip to the Northern Cape. A little bit more bumpy in this section, so we're slowing down a bit.
It feels like a little bit of softness under the wheels.
And now on the horizon you can just about make out the hills that are at the end of the Hakskeen track. We're still just running right along the edge of the cleared zone. So actually in reality this surface that we're running across will only ever be used as a kind of safety runoff area. The car will never be actually making record attempts on this particular section of desert. We're trying to keep that as clean as we can. We don't want to put our Volkswagen Golf tyre tracks down that section.
And of course we're heading into the rainy season, so any tracks that we should make will have disappeared by the time we reappear next year with the car.
So up at this end of the track particularly, especially now the sun is out, it looks very bright white, and that's the salt. It's being brought up to the surface. And I would guess now that we've got another couple of kilometres to run to the end of the track.
Very, very difficult to tell. But yeah, I would think we're coming up for the causeway fairly soon.
So there was a causeway running across the pan, which has been completely removed at the point where the track crosses it. Raised a couple of feet off the ground it was, and it now doesn't exist at the point where we cross it. In fact, this is us. We're just crossing the causeway now. So we're right up towards the northern end of the Hakskeen track. You might be able to just make out the causeway there that did exist. So this is us, up at the northern end. This is where Andy Green will arrive if he's on a south to north run. That took us around about 9 minutes, going as fast as we could in a Volkswagen Golf. In Bloodhound SSC, that will take around about 90 seconds. Hope you enjoyed.